Welcome to another episode of the Review Advent Calendar series. This time around we're going to review Trigger's Radiance. This was a suggestion by Honey. So let's check the song out and see what it is all about. First off, this starts as a ballad, and Trigger are not known for ballads. So first off, you look at these and you start thinking, what the hell?
なんでこんなに会いたいんだろうさっき手を振ったばかりで
So gentle. Soma Saito actually attacked this song in such a gentle way that you can't help but to think that the song is really fragile.
微笑みの余韻は
Look at those long notes by Takuya Sato.
静かに注いでる光のよ
Wataru Hatano is a master at this type of music, so of course you are getting the best of the best and an outstanding performance in Radiance. But let's go to the next part.
それは日ごとに増していて昨日までの自分じゃないみたいだ戸惑うくせに嬉しくて君で埋まる心が得意げな顔してる
That's a beautiful long note, and look at those vibes going on in there with the beautiful percussion added to this song.
気づいてしまった I found a view 途切れないほどに My heart skips a beat ありふれたワードじゃ拙いかな
Takuya Sato is amazing with these types of songs. Actually, he's amazing. And I would love for more people to actually pay attention to his singing skills, because even within Trigger, most people do not pay that much attention to him when he's an unbelievable singer.
抱きしめたこの気持ちは
And these harmonies that Trigger are so well known for.
愛してる The Radiance ずっと一緒にいてほしくて当たり前のように隣で
I love those backing vocals going a little bit higher than usual. It's a beautiful touch. It gives a really melodic twist to this song.
感じる温かさ未来を照らしてく光のようそれはまっすぐ伸びていって明るい星瞬くみたいだ Shiny World 君の名前を呼んでさ呼び返してもらえるラリーいつまででも、決して離さない I follow you 耳当てて
Listen to those backing vocals by Soma Saito. Is going to the high notes on your right ear. It was. Right now it's not. But it is unbelievable that Trigger, and apologies for stopping in a really good part, Trigger are performing R&B music for the very first time in Radiance. It is crazy how good they sound like in such a music genre. At the same time, they are really melodic, and at the same time, they can be really emotional. And they can deliver both really well in this song. At the same time, this is a song that showcases how good they are on the vocal end. I'm not going to comment much further, I believe, because this song needs to be listened to and not as much commented on. And I may make the comments if something really, really out of the box appears.
聞いてよ My heart skips a beat 小指つないでる赤い糸で優しさを編んでゆこう永遠を誓って傷つきかける心なら思い切り胸で泣いてよ笑顔を見せてくれるまでどんな向かい風からも守るさ Trust me 巡り会えたんだね You're the one 月日流れても My heart skips a beat
Stop here because Soma Saito's accent in English is perfect.
触れたワードじゃつかないかな抱きしめたこの気持ちを決して離さないから
That's unbelievable. I love when Takuya Sato does this in the songs to riff alongside the rest of the group, to actually complement the group and to add something else. He's adding a lot of depth in there, although he's taking the spotlight. You can tell that the soundscape is actually divided in two. You do have the choir that is in this specific part, Wataru Hatano and Soma Saito, and then you have Takuya Sato taking the lead, which is rare to take the lead in such a technical way, because up until then he was not the most technical singer within the group, but actually he has grown so much, Takuya Sato, by doing all the work that he's doing with the Aopella franchise, that he brought to Trigger a skill set that now is unmatched to a baritone, a low baritone such as himself.
耳当てて聞いてよ響くラブソング小指つないでる赤い糸で優しさを編んでゆこう愛してる Your Radiance
It's unbelievable. Yet again, I think that when people heard the single itself, Suicide, most people were put off by how different the group sounded. Trigger were not sounding like themselves. They were not as intense, aggressive, or sexy. They were emotional, caring, and gentle. That's completely different from what they were up until then. Of course, do not worry, they do change around, and the next CDs after that actually are really, really intense and sexy yet again. But in this specific case, it was something really different that fans got in here. They were performing R&B music for the very first time. The group was performing in a completely different way. They were harmonizing with each other, but not within a dance song. They were doing so in a carefully crafted song that is quite emotional and sweet at its core. And they were showing a completely different side to themselves, both as a group, but as well as individuals. This is a completely different thing for Trigger. Most people were saying that they didn't enjoy their music in this specific CD, that they felt that Suicide was basically a shot around the target, and that Radiance was not even that close to what people were expecting. Honestly, I feel like Radiance is an amazing song. It is the best one in the single Suicide. Not to say that Suicide, the song, is not good. It is really, really good, but it is different and feels different. And of course, it will make you feel completely different than usual. But Radiance feels like a song that belongs in Trigger's repertoire, although it hadn't been present in their repertoire up until now. If they are sexy, if they are mature, if they are elegant in their delivery, Radiance is such a song. Although, without the part that is sexy. I do love this song a whole lot. Yet again, as you may have noticed, Trigger is a group that I love a whole lot. It's actually my favorite 2D group. They are unbelievable on the vocal end. I keep on saying that Takuya Sato does an amazing job, and he's really the MVP in this song. I love him to bits, and in this performance he actually is showing why he is a part of this group. He is amazing, not only supporting the members, but also when he gets the spotlight, he can deliver, and he will deliver something that you are not expecting at all. At the same time, Wataru Hatano has a really sweet voice that fits this genre a whole lot. I've said it before. If I could choose the music genre that he would be performing as a solo artist, for example, I would say it would be R&B music. You have listened to him in this song. He fits R&B music like a T, and at the same time, Soma Saito was basically performing R&B music for the very first time in this song, and he did an amazing job. He was comfortable in his tone. He wasn't straining anything. He wasn't doing anything beyond what he needed to do. His voice is naturally gentle, so he didn't need to add more gentleness in there. He only ended up smoothing the song even further. And whenever there was a need for a long note, for a high note, for a harmony, for everything, he was there and he delivered. He is a really, really good singer. I keep on saying, and I will continue to say it, he's really an amazing singer. And when you look to the trio itself, Trigger, they are unbelievably good. Really. The only other group that I put on the same level as Trigger is Lolodi. And there's no other talk in here about my two favorite ones. Still, those are two groups that are unbelievable when it comes to singing. Skills and even down to their instrumentals. Their music makes sense because it's telling a story. At times it may not be telling a story, but as of late they have, or their songs have followed a conductive thread in terms of story. So it is really interesting to see the group maturing. Suicide was the very first CD in which that maturing started to appear and people started to think it is a bit weird. Honestly, I love when a group starts growing older and maturing and they start to try new things. In this case, Trigger are trying new things. The context, of course, demanded songs that are in this specific style. I'm not going to dive into that. You will have to play the game or either wait for an anime, a new season to adapt that part of the story. But this is a really good song. Radiance, if you haven't listened to, is part of Suicide, the single, and it is available on streaming platforms worldwide for free for you to listen to and to revisit time and time again. If you enjoyed this song, you can check it out in the link below. You can also read the review that I leave also in the description, and if you can and want to check more reviews, especially reviews of Trigger songs, I have reviewed a couple in previous editions of the Review Advent Calendar series, so you can check them out in the playlist I'm linking this episode to. So do check those out if you can, and thank you very much for watching this episode. Thank you very much as well, let me check your name, to Honey for suggesting this song. Thank you very much. I do love it a whole lot. It's good to find people that actually enjoy this song and give it more love to it. Thank you very much for watching this episode up until now, and I'll see you guys soon.